Hi, twins. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh. We have not done a twin flame spread in a long time. So I figured, it was time to check in with the collective and see what Spirit wants to tell you, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. What's awesome. Reversed. Okay, twins, here we go. So the overall energy for this twin flame reading is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is talking about, wanting to have a fresh new start in love. Okay, this could also speak of money coming into your life, career, but this is a love reading. So we're gonna focus on the love. So I feel like Spirit is, talking about, your wish to have, because I hear Ray J in my head, one wish, but you're wanting a long-term stable and committed relationship. Okay, we've got the moon showing up here. This is Cancerian energy. This could speak of secrets that this could be something that you hide from people, twins. You may not even be letting everybody know that this is truly what you want with the moon card. Okay, underneath this is the Knight of Swords. It's an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart: Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And I feel like this is talking about a person coming in. You're wanting somebody to come into your life and sweep you off your feet with this Knight of Swords. All right. And with the Six of Wands, you're wanting success. Okay. And when it comes to your love life, but this is also talking about you're wanting your dream lover to come in and sweep you off your feet. Okay. All right. So we are going to, you've been stuck in your head, twins, about this, trying to figure it out. Okay. But Spirit is telling you to use the Hermit energy, Virgo energy, to work through this, okay? And listen to your intuition with the High Priestess card. So this is Pisces. All right, so we're going to start by clarifying this Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so I know I don't like this card either. So this card is talking about needy. So it's saying clinging to the masculine to make oneself feel better emotionally, will do anything and everything to please the masculine. Let me clarify this card. Can you clarify this, please, Spirit? Okay, we've got burned, wasting money showing up here. So some of you may have, with this last connection you were in, this person may have put you through your paces, meaning we're talking about the twin, talking about how, you got burned by this person, and you also may have wasted a lot of time and also a lot of money on this person as well, some of you, okay? Because like I said, this person wasn't doing anything but using you, all right? Okay. Yeah, but there was a lot of passion between you and this old person. Okay, I'm letting Spirit tell the story. So if Spirit wants to talk about new, they will talk about new. If Spirit wants to talk about the old person in order to teach you or to tell you something, they're going to talk about whatever they want to talk about as usual. I'm just the instrument. Okay, all right. So yeah, I feel like you were blinded by the way you felt the passion and stuff in this connection. And while you felt that way, this person just completely took advantage of you. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at represents where you are right now when it comes to this, when it comes to your love life. This is just talking about your love life in general, okay? So we've got two cards that fell because this is a collective reading. So we've got the Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So I feel like, you know, this is you trying to heal yourself. And then also with the Ace of Swords, this can talk about you wanting communication. I feel like from the new person, from the soulmate, this can also speak of you wanting to know the truth. I feel like, you know, those of you who are wanting to connect with this new person, with the soulmate, you're ready for them to come in and give you their truth, okay? That's why that's why all of the, you know, the Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands and all that was showing up, because you're ready for this new love to show up in your life, okay? Let's clarify. Yeah, okay. You know what Spirit is going to tell you, right? We got the divine timing card showing up here. So Spirit is telling you everything is going to happen when it's supposed to happen. I know y'all don't want to hear that, because I don't want to hear it either. As the reader, I don't want to hear it, but it is what it is, okay? Me and Spirit talk about this all the time, about the divine timing, and I'm like, you know, can something just be easy? So trust me, I'm going to bat for not only y'all, but for myself too. But things are going to happen when they're supposed to happen, okay? So I feel like this new love is getting ready, twins. They're getting ready to come in. That's why this warrior energy. Look at this person. Like I told you, this could be somebody who really don't play about their body. They really take care of themselves. They go to the gym. This is just somebody who is, you know, surrendering to their ego. They're letting go of any type of narcissistic, you know, behavior, because everybody has a little bit of narcissistic behavior. Not on the level of your twin, because you know I always point over there. Your twin is over there for me. So not on the level of your twin, but everybody's got a little bit of stuff, right? And they've got their things that they need to work on. We talked about that this past week, right? With the readings that some people was having fits, they was having meltdowns, because I was telling them that their person is human and has issues like they do. But anyway, let's move on. And so this person you know, they're reconnecting with their heart. You know, they are letting go of the ego, letting go of any narcissistic tendencies. This person is returning to love because they know that they have to exude love in order to, you know, be open to a relationship, in order to open their heart truly to you. Okay. All right. Okay. So what is crossing you and this person? Okay. Or what is crossing you in this connection? This is talking about the heart of the matter, like what's really going on in your love life. So we've got the Queen of Swords and the Three of Pentacles here. All right. So this is what's crossing you. So Spirit is saying with the Queen of Swords, this can talk about, you know, it's the air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Spirit is saying that you want to have love. You want to have collaboration. You want to work together with someone and, you know, build a beautiful connection with your soulmate. But Spirit is also saying that with the Queen of Swords, you are coming up as emotionally invulnerable and closed off, okay? Because of what happened with this twin, all right? Some of you may truly believe that your heart is open and that you're open, but, you know, a good test for that is to ask yourself, how am I feeling about this twin? You know, am I still angry at this person? Do I still want to go and jack them up and light them up? I mean, you got to ask yourself these questions. You have to ask yourself the hard questions, because this is about you truly freeing yourself from this person. And in order for you to do that, twins, you got to let it go. You got to let go of all the stuff. Because like I said, you know, it's messed up that somebody took advantage of you, took advantage of your feelings for them and used you. You know, it's like they distracted you. You know how they say with a magician, how a magician will, it's sleight of hand, and they'll tell you, hey, look at me over here, look over here, while over here this is where the real stuff is going on. And I feel like that's what the twin did to you, is that while they, you know, you were looking over here, you were busy trying to love them and love on them and be there for them and be the type of person and be in the type of relationship you wanted to have. This person was over here doing this when you weren't looking. Okay. All right. So let's clarify these two cards here. Okay. Yeah. So Spirit is saying, you know, throughout this situation, it wasn't just a test of faith. It was also karma. You had to clear up certain karmic debts that, you know, we're owed. Okay. We all, you know, set up karma for ourselves in this lifetime and past lifetimes. And so I guess in order for you to be able to bring in this soulmate, there was stuff you had to clear up. Okay. That's why I'm telling you, don't hold yourself back by still trying to, you know, be angry with or hate on somebody that did you wrong, because if you do that, as I always tell you, you're basically holding yourself up, holding the new person up from being able to come in. All right. Then we've got the pride card here. I feel like this is talking about the twin, talking about they had a lot of pride, you know, afraid to take action for fear of embarrassment or shame. And then, of course, we know this is them, you know, because they had a fear of apologizing, not, or difficulty apologizing, not wanting to take responsibility for what they did. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on. We're going to leave them alone. So the next card we're going to take a look at is the fourth placement, and it's talking about what is beneath you, what is passing out of your life. So we've got the Ten of Cups showing up here. Let me clarify it and see why Spirit is saying the Ten of Cups. I feel like this was what you wanted, the dream you wanted to have with the twin. This happiness with this Ten of Cups was what you wanted to have with the twin. Some of you may have had children, okay, may have been married to this person, may have had kids with them with this Ten of Cups card. And I feel like, you know, this was like a dream that died. Like you went into this and you just were sure that this was your person and this was who you were going to be with for the rest of your life. But then, you know, like I said, it died. Okay. And for some of you, your creativity went along with it. That's why Spirit is having you focus on bringing new life or breathing new life back into your career, back into your creative pursuits, because this is you, you know, like this, you know, see this rainbow in the Ten of Cups? I feel like that's what this is. The creativity. This is your creativity that creates this rainbow. And when you let your love for this person and the dream you had to be together with this person, when it died, like I said, you know, it's like this tanked as well, because you know a lot of passion and love and all that stuff is, all of this is, and creativity is like woven into all of this. And because you had one aspect of your life, you know, go to shit, I feel like this kind of went with it. It was kind of a casualty of what happened in this connection. Okay. All right. Yeah, so we've got, yeah. So, but don't look, the Spirit is telling you, don't feel too sad, because the twin is catching it. They catching hell. Okay. Like I've talked about this before in other reads, where, you know, this is like Sisyphus from I think Greek mythology, pushing the boulder up the hill over and over again. It's like they pushed up the hill and then it rolls back down and they have to go back down and get it. It's like they can't break out of the loop. So this is part of your person's karma, is the fact that they have to atone for what the fuck they did to you. So don't think that they not catching it, okay? Because they are, okay? Spirit is showing you. Okay, so the next card we're going to talk about represents what's behind you in the past, okay? So we've got the Five of Swords. So Spirit is telling you that these hard times that you've had are behind you, okay? The breadcrumbing, the ghosting, you know, the burn, the wasted money, the wasted time, your dreams dying, all the things that happened, you know, the demise of life as you knew it when you left, you know, when you broke up with this person and walked away from them for the last time. All of this is gone. What Spirit is saying is that's what Spirit is saying with the Five of Swords. Okay, so trying to look at what's going on in this card. I feel like look at the person. That's why I wanted a deck like this, because Spirit tells you a lot of stuff in the cards. So look at this person, like tied to a tree and held hostage. I feel like that's how they had you, twins, when you were in this connection with them, right? When they were wasting your time and wasting your money and all this kind of stuff, and you were blinded by your emotions and your feelings for them, right? But now I feel like the tables have turned, and this is your twin bound up and tied up like this, catching hell, all right, while you moving on, right, while you're refining your creativity and moving forward and being, what is the word, being successful and, you know, in the spotlight, public recognition, everything just blowing up. I feel like that's part of your twins, you know, karma. Part of the hardship they're enduring is the fact that they have to sit and like watch. They can't even close their eyes. They can't even turn away. They have to watch your glow up from afar because they know that they can't come back to you. You know, they're gonna try though. So don't get me wrong, they're gonna try, but they're watching. See, yeah, they're watching you be happy. All right. They're watching your joy while they're all caught up in whatever the hell is going on with them, but they brought it on themselves. Okay. See, so they're watching you, a lot of you, be happy because you've got love and commitment coming if it hasn't already come. Because for a lot of you that I talked to in the comments that have left me, you know, left me messages, your person's already in your life and you're headed this way as we speak. While I'm talking about this now, a lot of you are already, you know, about to step into this reality with the commitment card. Okay. So don't think that don't burn that twin up. It's burning their asses up. I feel hot. That's how I feel, like hot, like angry hot. That's how I feel, because I can feel how uncomfortable the fact that you're moving on makes this person. Okay. All right. So now we're moving forward and we're taking a look at, you know, what is before you in the future. Okay. So hold on. I skipped. All right, we got to go back. We got to look at what's above you first in the future. So we've got the Chariot card. Okay, you're moving on. It's Cancerian energy. It is talking about you overcoming what happened in this past connection and moving forward. Okay, you're, you know, aligning yourself. You are, you know, overcoming whatever obstacles you need to overcome. You're doing the healing you need to heal. Because look, you're regrowing. Look at this. What is this? A lotus? A lotus, I think. Look, the lotus that's in the Ten of Cups, right, is also on the Chariot here. So I feel like, you know, this is Spirit saying that you replanted, that this represents the dream that you had with the twin, and that you've replanted it now, and it's about to start growing again. Okay. All right. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, so Spirit is telling you, when you're trying to overcome things with this Chariot card, and this is also about balance, about you balancing out the light and dark sides of your personality. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't ignore the bad things that happen. Don't ignore the fact that when you were in distress in old relationships, not just in the old twin flame relationship, but in relationships before that when you were in distress, your partner just ignored you, right? They didn't care about what was really going on with you or how you felt or what was really happening with the collective. They didn't care about collective like that. Okay. All right. But this new person coming in, they see you. Okay. They know you're a gift. They know you're their greatest and biggest blessing. And they're going to show you every single day how much they really care about you and how much they love you. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move to what's before you, to the future. So in the future, what's before you is the Nine of Pentacles, okay? Because first you got to be single. First you got to stand on your own 2 feet. First you have to stand in your power, okay? You have to be that god or goddess. You have to be the emperor, the empress, okay? Before this person comes in to join you, because they are coming to compliment you, not to prop you up or to, you know, to hold you up. This person is coming to add to what you already have. Okay, that's the point I feel like Spirit is trying to make when they show you this Nine of Pentacles card and tell you to stand in your power. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Yeah, see, because a lot of you were hurt. You were hurt by what happened. Okay, you were put through your paces in these old connections, and I'm not just talking about the twin. I'm talking about every relationship you were in that, you know, didn't go the way you wanted them to go, which was all of them, because you'd still be in them, right? If they still worked. So This is talking about deep distress caused by loss, disappointment, or other misfortune suffered by yourself. So, you were really hurt by, like I always say, the slings and the arrows of the relationships that you were in. Okay. But Spirit is telling you there has to be forgiveness. There must be forgiveness, not just of this twin, not just for the twin, but for everybody else that's hurt you as well. And like I always tell you, it is not a thing where Spirit is telling you, that it's okay what they did, and they're, that they're not going to catch hell, because I'm telling you, it's people from your past that I can feel in the energy that are wanting to come back to you, because they're starting to see you step into your creativity and you starting your glow up, starting your ascension, getting your rewards. And if they're anywhere around you, they could be watching you on social media or something like that. And I feel like a lot of them are wanting to come back into your life. So you got to be very discerning about these damn people, because if they didn't want you when you were down, or they contributed to your downfall, why would you want to deal with somebody who did you like that in the past? Because that's crazy, right? Okay, but like I said, at the end of the day, everybody's got their choices. You have to decide what it is you wanna do. Okay, so the next position we're going to talk about represents where you're going to find yourself. Okay, so we've got the Six of Pentacles here and the Two of Swords. So Spirit is saying you're going to find yourself in a position where you're going to have a choice, right, with the Two of Swords. But you have to take the blindfold off and, follow Spirit. Because remember, I always tell you, the birds for me represent Spirit's guidance. So you're being guided by Spirit, but they're telling you, okay, you got to take this blindfold off and really see what is going on in your life, because some of you are going to have more than one. It's not going to just be this new person, the soulmate I talk about, coming towards you. There are going to be other options that are stepping to you as well. But some of these options have similar desires as your twin. They want to get their wick wet. They want to get their D wet and their P wet. And it's not about them wanting to be in a relationship with you. They just want to taste. Okay. And you know how some people can be. This is not everybody. Some people, when that's what they want, they will try to find ways to manipulate you in order to get it. So that's why Spirit is telling you, take this blindfold off and look at what's really going on. Okay. Because everybody, like they say, all that glitters is not gold. Just because you got somebody fine coming towards you and, they look like a damn model and they all cut up and this and that or that, male or female, it doesn't mean, and they're nice to you and they smile at you and all this kind of stuff, it does not mean they have your best interest at heart, is what Spirit is trying to tell you. Because there's going to be one option that stands out among the rest. The one that I always tell you about, the soulmate. Okay, that's going to be the person that's going to go slowly. Okay, they're going to try to make sure you're comfortable, make sure they're comfortable, because as we just talked about the past 2 weeks, they've been through a lot of shit just like you have. And it's almost like they're going to come in kind of treating you a little bit like a frightened bird. Okay, and it's not meant disrespectfully. It's because they care so much for you and they don't want to scare you off. They don't want to make the wrong move. This person is kind of like stepping on eggshells a little bit, because they know you've been through it, because this person is empathic too, just like you are. And just like you can feel them, they can feel you. They can feel the hurt. They can feel the pain. They can feel this sorrow. And, whatever forgiveness that has to happen, they can feel that too. So Spirit is telling you, you're going to be finding yourself in a position where you're going to have a chance to have equal love and equal give and take. But, you're going to have to choose who that is that you want to give, you want to give it to you. And you have to pay attention to all these people that are around you, because everybody doesn't mean you well. Everybody doesn't have the same intentions that you have, collective. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. Spirit is telling you to remain detached. Okay. Don't just fall into something with somebody, the first person you come to, just because, they may look the way you want them to look, or they start out treating you right. You got to give it a chance. That's why Spirit is telling you to go slowly, because a lot of times we rush into things and then it ends up, we end up with egg on our face. Things end up blowing up. Okay. because the true person is going to come in and want to compromise. That's how you really going to see what's going on, is when things are, you know, look like they're falling apart. If you're arguing, you can't, agree on something, how the two of you handle it, because somebody that's only there to get some ass, they're not going to be trying to compromise. They're going to, as soon as some stuff, stuff goes downhill, they're going to be gone. So that's going to be one of the ways you're going to be able to see. And then it's going to be how you feel. Okay. It's how you feel, because this person can feel you on an energetic level, the new person, the soulmate. Okay. And it's the same thing. You need to be listening to your intuition and listening to how you feel, or paying attention to how you feel energetically. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at represents your surroundings and how other people see you. So you got a lot of people with this Four of Wands. Look, this is how they see you. Look at the woman. Like I said, I didn't pick these cards. Spirit had me pick these cards for a reason. Because look at this. Male or female. If you're a male, make it fit. This is, just say it's a male here. And the woman is here looking. Okay. So this is how you're seen as somebody who got it going on, right? You're glowing. You're leveling up. You're being rewarded for walking away from this other person. And so there are going to be people out here who are very opportunistic and that want to take advantage of that. Okay. So you have to use your discernment. That's why it's important for you to heal yourself and to be able to look at things, the right way, to have faith. Spirit is telling you to have faith and know that the person you're supposed to be with is going to show up. Because like I told you, there's going to be one person that stands out from all the rest. Okay. Let me see something. Yeah, so, and then you look, and then the twin feeling trapped. They want to put this boulder down. The twin wants to put the boulder down. They're not wanting to, stay in this trapped energy. And they, like I told you, they blame you for it. They feel like all of it was your fault. Like they didn't do shit. And we both know, we all know that's a lie. Okay. Even they know that's a lie. Okay. They have a lot of regret about how they treated you but it's because they got to push this damn boulder repeatedly. Okay. They got to eat that crow or deal with whatever karma that is coming towards them because of the way that they treated you. Okay. All right. So like I said, when they come, it's because they're figuring for them to step to you. They're going to be able to get their needs met, but also stop this from happening. Stop whatever hardship they're having. They realize it has to do with the way that they treated you. And they're figuring if they can come and pull the wool over your eyes, it's going to get this to stop. Okay. All right. So when we come to the next card, this is talking about your hopes and fears. So we got the Queen of Cups. All right. This is Scorpio energy for me. All right. So this is spirits, saying that you have a lot of love to give in a relationship, in a long-term, stable and committed relationship. And that's what you're wanting. But I feel like a lot of you, look how she pouring her love out. It's like her cup, or like males, make it fit. It's a male sitting in here with the cup pouring it out. She has a lot of love to give, but I feel like all of you have been through so much abusive crap and been so devalued and so mistreated by other people until you just like, what the fuck? Why am I even dealing with this? Why am I even trying to get into something with somebody else anymore? And I feel like you feel like that sometimes. Like I feel like you want to have hope. You want to move forward. You want this to work out, right? And you are doing the best you can to stay in that positive energy. But sometimes you just like, Spirit, why? Why do I have all this love to give, but nobody wants to give love back to me the same way that I give it to them? Because I talk about this all the time about how I'm the type of person, I say this because I know I'm part of the collective too. I'm the type of person, I can't love somebody 5% today and 55 tomorrow. And then maybe if you good, you'll get 95 that day. I can't do that. And I feel like a lot of you are the same way. You don't know how to love somebody like that. And you can't understand how other people can love you like that, or say they love you, but give you 5% and give you 10 and give you 15 or make you beg for scraps. Or you got to be on your P's and Q's for the person to, for you and the person to have a good day, or for them to do what it is that they should naturally be doing if they really and truly loved you. Okay, really truly loved you and really truly prioritize the relationship. Okay, all right, let's clarify. Yeah, but spirit, spirit is giving you guidance. I always tell y'all, feathers could be significant. I feel like they are, because the birds are spirit guiding you through these situations. And I feel like those feathers, that's spirit telling you you're not alone, even though it may feel like at times in the 3D you are. On the 5D, like I said, because when I see my guys, I used to go up and I used to go and see them all the time. I would visualize them, do like a meditation, and it's like I will go up and they will all be there. I have a huge ass spiritual team, and I know if my spiritual team is huge, I know yours is as well, because you have to have all these parts, all these people helping you to get through this life, because it's been difficult. It hasn't been easy. So that's why I say you should hug yourself, kiss yourself, pat yourself on the back every day, because the things that you have gone through, twins, a lot of people, they wouldn't make it. They wouldn't make it the first day throughout all the BS you've been through. Okay? So you got to understand, it doesn't make you weak if sometimes you want to give up. It doesn't make you weak if you sit in this Queen of Cups energy and you just want to pour your damn cup out and be like, fuck it, because you tired. You tired. I get it. I understand. I feel the same way. But you got to keep moving on. You have to keep pushing on. That's part of it. That's part of the grind. Is healing yourself and, believing in yourself and knowing that there has to be something better than all of the things you've experienced, and that you've experienced these things for a reason. Okay? All right. I can feel y'all making me upset. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Starting to make me upset, because spirit is saying if you want a family, you gonna have a family. Okay, it's at the bottom of this damn deck. And then those of you who are waiting on your soulmate is here. Your soulmate exists. Okay, happiness is awaiting you, but you have to get through what is going on, and the only way out is through. You can't stop where you are and expect things to just come together on their own. It's you have to travel this road until you get to where you're trying to go. Okay, all right. So when it comes to the outcome card, we've got the Two of Pentacles showing up here. Okay, this is showing up as juggling, because like I told you, there will be a lot of options. This could also represent, like I said, you having to make that choice between this twin coming back and the soulmate that is about to enter your life. And like I said, I feel like the soulmate is closer than you think they are, but you just gotta put your head down and focus on yourself. Focus on what you need to do. Spirit is telling you to go back and look at the past. Okay, figure out how you got to where you are now. Why you continually went through the same hardships, the same things over and over and over again. Okay, because the answer is in the past. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we got the self-deception card here. All right. We know that when it comes to your twin, they were all about the self-deception. So spirit is telling you, don't you be about self-deception. Okay. You need to look at your life, see it for, especially the past, see it for what it is, heal it, and move forward. Okay. It does not make you a bad person because you had hard times. It doesn't make you, wrong because you went through the things that you went through. You were supposed to go through this stuff. Okay. Because if you weren't supposed to go through it, you wouldn't have gone through it. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from spirit. See what else they want to tell you. I'm going to pull from 2 different decks. But like I say, you got commitment on the way. Your soulmate is coming and you have commitment on the way, but you can't stop working on yourself. You can't stop. Don't stop loving on yourself, and then when the person gets here, don't stop doing the things you're doing. If you're loving on yourself, you're leveling yourself up, you're healing, keep doing it. Keep doing what you got to do. So we've got addiction. It says an addiction is affecting this relationship. So some of your soulmates got some issues, and some of you, this card is talking about you too. Okay, so you know what this is. If this pertains to you, if it resonates with you, and you gotta you got to start to take action to work on it. Okay. Then we've got passion. Spirit is saying, try something you've never done before. I feel like this is Spirit telling you to go back to your creative pursuits. You know, always do what you can to have as much fun as you can as possible throughout your day. All right. And then look, put away the computer. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. And when this person gets here, you know, you and this person are going to have time to play. So whatever your addiction is, if it's being a workaholic or something like that, you're going to have to figure out a way to balance out your life to make space for this person. Because some of you aren't even making space for this person, but you want them to come in. You can't wait until they get here to make space for them. You need to be showing Spirit now that you have space and time to do it. Because I'm telling you, like when I'm working and stuff like that, I have to catch myself because I know Spirit is watching me, and I'll be like, okay, I don't work this long. I gotta stop. You know, I have to have that in mind, because if my person is here, you think I'm gonna be sitting here reading cards and reading cards. I gotta go. I'm like, I gotta go. My person is here. Okay. So you got to be in that same mindset. I'm not saying don't do your work, but you got to make, you know what I'm talking about. You got to make time, schedule time every day to be with your person. Okay. And so we've got, again, passion. It says the desire for each other is strong and keeps this alive. This is the third time passion showing up. We had passion show up here, passion show up here, passion show up here. I tell y'all all the time, you and this person are going to be ripping each other's clothes off. Look at this woman. Look how she grabbing this man up. Look at her fingers. These cards crack me up. When you really look at them and look at the art, the photo art, it's like, look, you ain't going to be thinking about no damn, whatever this is, you ain't going to be thinking about this. You're going to be thinking about this. Okay? All right. Then we've got the last card. It says soul escapism. It says someone is trying to cut the energetic tie and avoid their soul responsibility. I feel like this is talking about the twin. They don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to keep pushing the boulder. So they doing whatever the hell they doing. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from your person. We not getting no messages from the twin. Ain't nobody trying to talk about no damn twin. Okay. Like I said, I bring it out in the read. If Spirit brings it out in the read, I'm going to say something about it, because Spirit is giving it to me for a reason, because somebody needs to hear it. But when it comes to like the messages and stuff, we're not trying to hear what the hell they saying, because we know they crazy. We don't want to hear that crap. Okay, so we've got from this from the soulmate. Life without you is meaningless. We have no one is like you. You are so incredibly special to me. So like I said, you're special to this person. I feel like for a lot of you, this person has never felt about another human being on this earth the way they feel about you. Okay. So we got a lot. Hold on. A lot of these things turning around. They say they're saying they need to be with you. They're ready to commit to you 100%. Like I said, you know, see, what did I just say? They've never felt about anybody else the way they feel about you. This card just jumped out of the deck. Okay. So I'm telling you, Spirit is letting you know that this person is all for you. All for you. It doesn't matter if they got issues or they got whatever. I'm not saying that's not going to come into play in a relationship, but I'm saying it shouldn't be a deal breaker if this person is coming in and doing what they can to work on their stuff, just like you working on yours. All right. So Spirit is saying that, this person is telling you that you deserve to have me at my absolute best. So this is somebody that really cares about you. Okay. Because they willing to do the work to be in tip-top shape, to be top shelf, the top shelf type of person they are, in order to come in the right way. Because they only want your love. They don't want anybody else's love. Okay? All right. Let's get a few more messages, and then we're going to get some oracle cards before you go. So yeah, this person wants you very badly. They want you just as bad as you want them. So it's not a thing where they are purposely holding themselves back. Like I said, they believe in divine timing, and they are working with Spirit. They're waiting for Spirit to tap them on the shoulder and be like, okay, go. Okay. And then it says, I feel you even though we're apart. So energetically, I feel like the both of you can feel each other. Especially, like I said, the closer this person gets, the stronger their energy is going to be in your energy. You'll feel them, because I can feel my person. Like every day, some days I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, it feels like they're right there with me. Okay, let's get some Black Hollywood romance stars, oracle cards. Okay, so we've got freedom. All right, Spirit is saying when we can be our truest selves, we are then able to freely love. That's what this Nine of Pentacles is about as well. Where I showed you the Nine of Pentacles, it's about you truly being free, cutting ties with all this past shit. Okay, forgiving people and letting them go, getting rid of that residue of the shit that other people have, has done to you, so you can be free to be open. Like I told you, pull your shirt open like Superman, pull his shirt open and show us that S on his chest. You got to be in that energy where you can be free to open yourself up. I ain't saying do that on day one. I'm just telling you, you got to be free to do that so that you can truly love this person the way they truly love you. Okay, because like I said, even with even with their issues, whatever issues they have, they still love you. You are the main attraction for them. Spirit is saying someone can't keep their eyes off you. You are the leading star. You are the center of attention. All right, so like I said, you are on this person's mind all the time. Okay, then we've got the self-love card. Spirit is saying as you love who you are, you become more confident in your relationships and with yourself. All right, it's like putting gas into the gas tank. If you don't fill up your own tank, how are you going to be able to love on yourself and love on other people as well? Okay, and then we've got love language. Learning and understanding each other's love languages are essential to meeting each other's emotional needs. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why your person watches you like that. They're trying to understand you, trying to come in the right way so they can love you the way you need and deserve to be loved, collective. Okay. All right, collective. I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, collective. Hi, twins. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at your love life. We're gonna do something interesting this week. We're gonna do a read where we look at like what future you're headed into when it comes to your love life with this soulmate, and then we're going to look at an alternate future that's possible for you. Okay, and see what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. It's going to take me a minute to deal out the cards, so hold on one second. I just wanted to do it on camera. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the overall energy for this twin flame reading for this week is the Six of Swords. So this is talking about you moving forward when it comes to your love life. Okay, you have gone through a lot of shit because look at all the stuff. There's smoke there. We got some of the swords are lit on fire. I feel like you've been through a lot of battles when it comes to your love life, okay? When it comes to the things that you've been through. Like when I tell y'all all the time about suffering the slings and arrows, I feel like that's what's happened with y'all when it comes to your love life, okay? Underneath this, we have the star, which is Aquarius energy. And I feel like this is a period of healing, like because the Six of Swords can talk about healing as well. So I do feel like you are healing, okay? You have put your wish out into the universe, all right? Because, yeah, I'm just looking to see what she's doing. She's got like a little cup, a little pot, holding it over the water. You've put your wish out into the universe, and I feel like, you're waiting for that to show up, okay? For some of you, it may have already shown up. Then we've got the Page of Cups showing up here. This is Pisces energy. It could also be Scorpio or Cancer, but when this shows up for me, Spirit is telling me it is Pisces. So this is talking about a love offer that comes along. For some of you, it's coming along with an apology. So like I tell y'all, if you don't want somebody from the past, just turn them down. But I'm also telling you that just because this is coming with an apology, it doesn't mean it was somebody you were in a relationship with in the past. This could be somebody where the two of you have the same friend group. You could work together and there may have been a misstep between you. There's something for some of you with a person where they owe you an apology because they didn't treat you right. They did something wrong. They played some type of wrong note. And that's why this Page of Cups is showing up here. Okay. We've got the Five of Swords showing up here as well. This can talk about winning at all costs. It can also speak of the things you've been through, the mind games, the abuse, manipulation, all the things that you've been through in relationships, okay? But I feel like, you've been down, but you're not out, and you're still moving forward, twins. You're trying to get through this, twin flame soulmate journey and get to the person that you've been wanting, because look at what's on the other side of this. You got the Five of Swords here, right? Look at what's on the other side of it, the Ace of Cups. So Spirit is telling you, for some of you, it's going to be rekindled romance, but for most of you, this is going to be brand new love, and it's going to be overflowing. Look at the fire. Look at the passion, all the passion and all this love just dripping off the sides. That's what I feel like it's going to be, is that you are going to be ecstatic, and this person is going to be ecstatic. The two of you are going to be together, and it's going to be like where people are around. Those people that irritate you, the couples where they so damn happy and you like, just go get a room, just get, they all over each other, and you can just look at their faces and tell that they're really, really happy. I feel like this is, the way you and your person are going to be. And it's been a long time coming. You have had to go through so much in order to get to this. Okay. But I feel like it's a well-deserved reward. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying excuse me, not the Ace of Cups. Clarifying the Six of Swords. Give me 1 second. Get the cards back together. Like I said, don't forget, you got a choice to make. That's part of this, your karma and this person's karma, that twin's karma, and the new person that's coming in. It's part of all of your karma. You have to choose between this old and this new. You have to make sure, it's like you're doing the test again. It's like you have to retake the test to just show that you've learned your lesson. You've learned what it was you were supposed to learn with this twin, okay? And you are basically showing Spirit that you've learned what you need to learn from it, okay? So this is about you purging, okay? That's what's going on here with the Six of Swords. You're moving from the rough waters into the calmer waters. You're purging, letting go of a lot of things that no longer serve you, okay? Hold on. Anything else you want to say? Yeah. Oh, look at what some of you are stepping into, this time where you're going to be wined and dined, but not wined and dined because somebody has an ulterior motive. They do have an ulterior motive, but it's not a negative one. They have an ulterior motive. They want to shoot up the club or have you shoot up their club. They want to start a family with you. They want to live the rest of their lives with you. This is somebody that's coming forward to give you a healthy, amazing, spectacular relationship. One where you have to pinch yourself every day because you can't believe that you found somebody that treats you this well. And after however long you've prayed for it and you've wanted it. Okay. All right. Okay, let's move forward. So, okay, so the first section we're going to take a look at, we've got 5 sections with at least 3 cards each that we're going to take a look at. So, hold on one second. I got cards everywhere. Hold on. Okay, so the first section we're going to take a look at is in the middle, and it's talking about the past and the present. Okay, so we've got the 5 of Cups showing up here. We have the Hangman and Temperance. So this is Pisces energy, and this is Sagittarius energy. Okay, and then we have the 3 of Pentacles. So this, like I said, this represents the past and the present. So I feel like what Spirit is telling you is that you've come from a place of having, heartbreak, breakup, separation, okay, being done wrong, like I said, emotionally manipulated, drawn into third parties, okay, being abused. Some of you were physically abused. Some of you were, it was emotionally, mentally, okay, because sometimes those scars are worse because the physical abuse can heal, but the mental and emotional, sometimes those, it takes forever if you don't actively heal them for these things to disappear. And so look at this 5 of Cups here, okay? Normally, the person in the 5 of Cups is looking at these 3 cups, and it's like they're transfixed and they can't stop looking at it, right? They're usually spilled over. But look at what's going on. This person is holding a cup. So it's like you have gone through what it is you need to go through in the past when it has to do with love. And you've learned to pick up the cup for yourself, the cup of love for yourself. And right here is the one for the other person, the 2 of Cups. Okay. All right. Then we've got the Temperance and the Hangman that came out together. Okay. So like I said, Sagittarius and Pisces energy, it is talking about the need for balance. But in order for you to attain this balance and this healing, it is about you letting go of things that no longer serve you, looking at things from a different and a fresh perspective, because what seemed to you at the time to be something that was very detrimental, and I know it hurt like hell because I went through it too, remember? I feel like you're starting to now see it for the reward that it was, because you're balancing yourself out, you're healing yourself, and it's causing you to look at things, differently. Okay? You are ready. You're not down and out. You're not letting what happened to you make you close yourself off to love. With this 3 of Pentacles, this is talking about you being ready to collaborate, being ready to work together with someone to build the type of relationship you want. I feel like instead of you doing what some people would do, and I'm not in no way judging them, deciding that, they no longer want to be open to love. I feel like those of you that are watching this, you've made the decision to continue to move forward, to realize that you're not going to let what happened with this other person stop you from getting the love that you desire and you deserve. Okay. All right, let's clarify. So look, the person that's coming, twins, devotion, utter extreme devotion from this person. Okay, I hear Olivia Newton-John in my head singing that hopelessly devoted song from Greece. Okay, and Spirit is telling you, you are on the right path when it comes to this situation. You're doing what it is you need to do to move it forward like you want it to be moved forward. Okay. Okay, and then we've got the boredom card here, losing interest. Okay, so this, I feel like, can represent what happened with this twin. Okay, that you went through all this stuff, this person took you through all this stuff, and you got to a point to where you became bored, with the situation, and you started to lose interest in this person. They hurt you so much, they did so much to you, until I think for a little while you tried to wait for this person, because I think you were hoping, in vain, that this person was going to turn around and act right. But in the end, you realized that I just got to let this go and I got to move forward. Okay. All right. Okay. So the next thing we're going to look at, let's see. Okay, let's look at the future as you're creating it. Let's look at that first. Okay, so we've got 3 cards that fell. We have the Knight of Pentacles, an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo, Capricorn. Then we have the Ace of Swords, all right? Then we have the Six of Pentacles. So what you're heading towards, what you're creating is a relationship, a long-term, stable, and committed relationship, right? That's moving slowly. But remember, I told you, slow is good. Slow and steady wins the race. But that's going to be filled with truth. That's going to be filled with communication, and where there is going to be equal give and take, equal love between the two of you, okay? All right, let's clarify. Ace of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Knight of... Yeah, see? And you're moving towards marriage with this person is what Spirit is telling you, okay? All right. Okay, so the karmic partner card is coming up. And I feel like the reason why this is coming up is because, as I told you, when you get into this connection with this person, right? And the two of you are headed towards marriage, towards serious shit, these karmic partners are going to come out. And this is what's being hidden, right? They're being quiet now, and they're being hidden with the moon card, which is Cancer or Pisces. But Spirit is saying that this person, these people, your look, because see how one is turned away. I feel like one is the twin, and this other person here on this side is your person's, the soulmates person. They're gonna start coming in, trying to disrupt your relationship. Okay, that's why I told you the healing and stuff is so very important. All right. Okay, so let me see. Get one more. Which one was this? Get one more card. Yeah. So we've got confusion, emotions, and things being unclear. This is why Spirit tells you that the connection needs to move slowly, okay? Because there could still be confusion. There could still be, unclear emotions because of the things that you've experienced in the past. And not just you, I'm talking about your person too. So those of you who are, cross watching, that's what this is talking about, okay? But like I said, you're headed towards exactly what it is you want. This is exactly the future you're creating, is the marriage card, okay? But, as life goes, it's not going to be without, it's obstacles, okay? But this here, I feel like as long as you and your person remain united, and you communicate with each other, and you trust each other, because that's the number one thing, the trust and the communication, those two things, as long as you maintain that, this shouldn't be a problem, okay? But I'm just letting you know, giving you a heads up, because you need to know that these fuckers are coming, okay? All right. Okay, so now we're going to look at an alternate possible future for you, all right? So we've got the Queen of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. We have the Eight of Swords here, all right, which can talk about feeling stuck, and the King of Swords. This is an air sign, someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I feel like this could possibly be talking about, the twin. So like if you, I don't know who this would be for, but anyone that's still thinking about their twin, because sometimes I get people in the comments, believe it or not, that I don't know if it's because they may have just started out with their twin, or they may not realize what is going on with the twin, and that the connection, when it's not elevated, it's not on the level that it should be, that it's a karmic connection. I don't know where they are with that. But for those of you that are wanting to go back to the twin, this is what Spirit is talking about. That's what these 3 cards are talking about, is that you would have a lot of love for this person, right? This person would be all about their head and not about their heart. And in between the two of you would be the Eight of Swords, meaning you would both be stuck in this situation, and I don't feel like anybody would be happy. Okay, let's clarify. Queen of Cups, Eight of Swords, King of Swords. Okay, so the cards that fell, we've got the divine feminine energy. Okay, divine feminine, divine masculine. Guys that are watching this, make it fit. This is just talking about, you still stepping into this connection, still stepping into this energy as the divine counterpart. But I don't believe your person would be stepping into that. Okay, we've got the summer card here, and we have patience. So this connection, I feel like it would take a long time for it to come to fruition for this person. This could be if this person supposedly got their shit together, or came, when they come back towards you. If you decided to choose them, this would probably happen around summertime next year. And then we've got the patience card here, spirit saying that this connection would test every ounce of your patience for you to be with this person. Okay, and then it will also be a karmic endeavor, because you would be reaping a lot of karma for making a decision that wasn't recommended. Let me say it like that. You have free will at the end of the day, but you can tell, those of you who watch my readings on a regular basis, that spirit is pointing you or recommending that you move towards the soulmate, or choosing yourself rather than trying to choose this twin. Because the twin, like I said, is, as long as they know that you're there, they have no incentive to be better or to do better. Okay. All right. So now we're going to take a look at the karma, the tools, the allies, the advice, the challenges, and the warnings. So we got the Knight of Swords, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. We have the Page of Pentacles, earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then the Three of Swords here. Okay. So I feel like Spirit is telling you to beware. Watch, look at the love offers. Look at what you're being shown here, because we got two different love offers here, right? One is a Page of Pentacles, the other one is a Knight of Swords. And remember, I'm telling you, the Knight of Swords to me is representing the twin coming back into your life, because it's impulsive energy, it's very reckless. This is somebody, I feel like, who's going to come on in, tell you all kind of shit you want to hear, right? All the stuff you want to hear, they're probably going to try to show up like this, like the Page of Pentacles, saying they want something long-term, stable, and committed, right? When in all actuality, they're showing up like this. And then in the end, this is where you're going to end up again, if you decide to move in their direction. Okay. Okay. Let's clarify. Page of Pentacles, not the Swords, Three of Swords. Okay, we got a winter time frame coming through for these three cards. And then we've got the hurt card. So this, to me, is clarifying how you would end up. You would end up hurt by this person. This person will pull the wool over your eyes, tell you all this fucking shit, okay? And in the end, you would end up with the connection being broken, and your heart broken, and you end up being hurt, okay? So that's the warning from Spirit, is, this is like, almost like, reminds me almost of like a Trojan horse. You know how they put all the soldiers inside that horse, that big wooden horse, and pushed it inside the gate. And then, they thought it was a gift from the enemy. And then come to find out, all these soldiers, break in. They had to find a way to get through the gates. And that's how they got through the gates. And they come out completely different than what they thought. And it ended up being like a whole massacre, because these people were fooled, and they thought that this person, or not this person, but they thought that the horse was just a gift and not what it really was. And I feel like that's what's going on with this, okay? Is that this person is going to come in making you think that this is what's really going on, but what's really going on is this, okay? All right. But I feel like for a lot of you, for the majority of you, that's just Spirit telling you, if you chose different paths, how you would end up, okay? All right, so when it comes to the ultimate outcome, the future that does not change, we've got the Ace of Pentacles showing up. We have the Judgment card, which is Scorpio energy, and the Ten of Swords, okay? So I feel like what Spirit is saying, okay, your ultimate outcome is going to be a second chance, okay, with your soulmate, right? Where there's going to be a fresh new start in love, something long lasting, stable, committed, grounded. All right. And this 10 of swords here, these 10 swords to the back, this 10 swords to the back that you had in your back is going to be 10 swords to this twin's back, and to this twin's back when they come towards you trying to say something to you, because they're going to wait. Like I told you, they're going to wait until you get together with this new person, because that's how Spirit timed it, okay? For you to decide, make your decision, and once you make your decision, this person is the one that's going to end up hurt. Your twin is going to end up hurt. They're going to end up reaping their karma from the way that they treated you, okay? Let me clarify. Yeah, so see, I hear Erica Badu singing, I see you, I see you next lifetime. So it's going to be a thing where you going to be like, okay, next lifetime. But me, I'm like, I don't even want you in the next lifetime. Everybody's different. Okay. There's going to be a lot of illumination. Okay. And a lot of contemplation. All right. I feel like you've already had your illumination. You've already had your contemplation, but this could be the twin realizing, oh, it's time. I need to run after my twin and see if they're going to take me back or whatever. And then this is going to be your answer. I'm not, if that, okay. It might be middle finger for some of y'all. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's get some messages from Spirit. Let's see what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Okay, so we've got different pages. It says you and this person don't share the same vision. Spirit is talking about the twin, of course. We have intuition. Spirit is telling you you already know the answers you seek. That's why I was telling you here in this last section we were looking at the ultimate outcome. Spirit already knows you know what to do. And then we've got leap of faith, talking about the new love, the soulmate. Spirit is telling you it is safe to make the move you're considering, okay? So it is safe for you to step into this new connection with this person. And then the rejection card, this is talking about your twin. Spirit is saying this rejection is actually divine protection, because you don't need to be dealing with that fucker, and you just need to let him go. Okay. All right. But I feel like all of y'all know that. There's a few stragglers that's still a little bit behind everybody, that they don't realize what's going on yet, that we've moved on to talking about the new love. Okay. So you got to give them a chance to catch up. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me get some messages from your person. See what they want to tell you. Hold on. Okay. We've got, I'm always talking about you to my friends. So this person, they tell their friends and their family about you, twins. Okay. The new person. That's what these are messages from the new one. We're not messing with any messages from the twin. Okay. They talk about you all the time. Okay. I feel like their friends are like, oh my God, when are you going to talk to this person? Stop telling us about them. Not in the just messing with them, because they realize how in love their friend is when it comes to you. Okay. Then we've got, I just want to be with you forever. Okay. And then you're the one for this person. Okay. Then I'm going to do these soulmate love messages. Kind of put them down. We hadn't messed with those in a while. I hear that song. Was it Richie Valens? Because it's back in the day song. It was in the Selena movie too. It's You're Mine and We Belong Together. We belong together for eternity. That's what I'm hearing in my head. Somebody singing that song. Okay, so we've got your beauty, I guess, or your handsomeness is so captivating that I forget to blink. We have there is only you on my mind and in my heart. We have sometimes when I'm busy, I pause to think of you and it's like a breath of fresh air. We have, even though we are so different, I feel so connected to you. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, it says you are like an angel that came into my life to heal and to nurture me. So like I said, this connection is going to be very, very healing for both of you. I told you, you're going to have to pinch yourself and ask yourself, because you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. You're going to feel like you're living in some type of damn dream. Okay. I'm telling you what I'm picking up, and you're gonna be giddy and giggling and all that stuff. I told you, when them people where you just be like, get it, get a damn room, that's what's up. That's what's up. But it's your turn now. It's your turn now to do the things that other people used to do that offended you when you was watching them with the PDA. Okay. So we've got, I hide my feelings. I feel like that's this person hiding their feelings until they, confess and let you know how they feel. Okay. They're telling you that they want you, and then they're telling you that they love you. Okay. All right. So now we are going to get some romance angel oracle cards to see what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Okay. I get 3. Okay. So we've got heart to heart conversations. It says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Like I just told you when we talked about the future as you're creating it, where I told you, you got to make sure you're communicating with each other. You understand each other. You're on the same page, because you're going to have people trying to interfere with your connection. Okay. So it's very important that the two of you talk to each other, communicate all the time. Then we've got past life relationship. You and this person have known each other before. Okay. And then we've got honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So look, we got the marriage and the honeymoon. All right. So for a lot of you and this person are going to take it to the next level. Not only with that, but with the leaving a legacy as well. Okay. All right. Twins, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, twins. Hi, twins. I hope you can hear me, because I don't know where my microphone is. Okay. I forgot to do this twin flame reading before I left. I'm on a trip for my birthday. So I'm in the car, and we just gonna read this and see what Spirit wants to tell y'all. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so let me start over. Hi, twins. This is Leigh from Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. What we're gonna read today, we're gonna focus. My focus is on new love, okay? But whatever Spirit brings through, we're gonna see what Spirit wants to tell you, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. It's my oldest deck. This deck is old. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what do you want to tell the twin, Spirit? Ooh. All right, let's see what fell out. Okay. Overall energy is the Page of Pentacles. Earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo, Capricorn. This is talking about a love offer. Okay, this could also talk about, you possibly like learning something new. You could be going back to school for something. It could be something to do with your career, where you're trying to learn something so you can progress when it comes to that. But for a lot of you, this is a love offer, talking about, your soulmate, your new person coming towards you. Okay. Underneath that, we have the Knight of Swords. Air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. With this Knight of Swords card, it's going to come in for a lot of you out of nowhere. You're not going to even see it coming when it happens. Okay. Underneath this is the Three of Pentacles. This is what you and this person are going to come together to do. You're coming together to collaborate, to compromise, to work together, as I always tell you, to build a spectacular relationship. Okay, there may be a lot of conflict. Okay, there may be a lot of competition in what the two of you decide to do. This competition could also represent what your soulmate may have to go through when the twin tries to come back, or it could represent what you have to go through when their person, the twins person, comes. I mean, not the twins person, but the oh gosh, I said that. So for some of you, it could be your twin's person that tries to come at you, and not the actual twin or the both of them together. Okay, so with this card, what I was trying to say before the twins person came out was your soulmate. This could be your soulmate's person coming back and trying to, you know, mess with y'all or disrupt your connection. Okay, that's why I tell you it's imperative for you and this person to talk to each other, to communicate, and you have to trust this person, and you have to, you know, provide an environment for them to trust you as well, because like I said, you both have been mistreated. And so the number one thing you want to do when you get into a situation when there's crisis is you want to run away. But in order to prevent that from happening on either side, you're both going to have to communicate. Okay, then we've got the King of Cups showing up here. This is a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. When this card shows up for me, this is Spirit saying that this is Cancer. Okay, so this is talking about balance. I feel like this could represent your soulmate coming in. They're going to be very balanced, very fair. This is like good fatherhood or motherhood energy. If you decide to have a family with this person, like I said, I feel like I love this person's energy. I feel like this is an all-around really good person. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start by clarifying this Page of Pentacles, and then I'll move on to the cards that fell out of the deck when I was clarifying. Hold on one second. All my stuff is everywhere, so I picked up the first clarification deck I could find. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles, please. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we've got the Chariot coming up. Okay, this is, again, Cancerian energy. So you may have Cancer placements, or your person may have, or you both may have. So it is talking about the timing. It says within 1 to 3 months. It could, for some of you, be during the summer. And it's talking about, with a Chariot, like you overcoming what you need to overcome. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is that these people coming at you, you and your person, if you communicate, if you do the things that we're talking about in this reading, you will overcome the issue. Okay, whatever the issue is, you will overcome the situation. Okay, all right. Okay, so the two cards that fell, Three of Cups and the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then, like I said, we have the Three of Cups. So this is about you celebrating, okay, with your person, because they're going to come in with communication. Okay, this I told you is going to come in out of nowhere. It could also represent like the both of you being very curious about each other, being very passionate about this connection, and, you know, just being excited to be together, to meet each other finally. Okay, all right, let's pull some more cards. Let's see what else Spirit wants to tell you. What else you want to tell them, Spirit? Okay, so this is going to be wish fulfillment on both sides of the connection. Okay, you're both gonna get your needs met by the other person. Okay, like I said, this is like one of the best loves you could ever possibly have in your lifetime. There will be people that will go through their lifetimes, twins, that will not have this type of love. This is true love. Okay, I feel like it is second best after the twin flame love, but the twin flame love can only happen if your person decides to fix themselves. But I feel like for a lot of you, you've been terrorized and you don't want to give that person another chance. But like I tell you, there is no guarantee that your twin's even going to heal. I just need to say that for those of you who are watching, who are asking about the twin. Okay, there's no guarantee this person's going to heal. And if they heal, if you turn away from them and they do heal, there's no guarantee they're going to want to come back. Like I said, for a lot of you, your twin is still messing around with somebody else. and they are upset. Okay, let me tell you this. This person, this twin, is gonna cry. Okay, this is what Spirit is giving me. They're gonna cry when they see you pop up with this other person, because I feel like it's gonna be some type of karma situation where they are gonna see you and this person out somewhere. Okay, and see the two of you interacting and know that this is your new person, and it's gonna freak them out. And I feel like, you see all these cups back here? I feel like this person already like drinks or does some type of substance or something like that. And they're gonna like really start hitting it once they see you with this person, because in the back of their mind, they always just knew, quotation marks, knew from their perception that you were gonna come back to them. And I know y'all are laughing when I say that, but that's what Spirit is giving me, okay? Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups here. Like I said, this is talking about a brand new love. Okay, I feel like a lot of you have done the work you need to do. Your cup is overflowing with self-love. This is also talking about the type of relationship you and this new person are going to have. Like I said, when the two of you come together, you're going to take that overflow, they're going to take that overflow, and you're going to give it to each other. Okay, and still love on yourself. It's going to be a beautiful ass energy, because it's like you both love the hell out of each other, and out of yourselves, excuse me, and then you're loving each other. Okay, all right. Ooh. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of cards that fell out. Hold on one second, because I'm trying to see. Okay, so we got the Two of Pentacles showing up here, which talks about juggling. This, I feel like this is about the twin. There's the Three of Swords, and then the Parish card. Like I told you, for some reason we can't say this word. Okay, so with the Parish card, this is Scorpio energy. And I just feel like, you know, this is Spirit, you know, pretty much confirming what I just said. Your person is refusing to transform. They're still juggling, okay? They're going to be a part of, you know, you're putting them in a third party, whereas they had put you in a third party in the beginning. And, you know, because they're not wanting to transform, it's just this pretty much the same old, okay? But like I told you, they will come back and try to mess up the connection with the two of you. See, there it is, the Page of Cups. So they're going to come back. This is a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is Pisces. And, you know, they're going to come back and try to give you a love offer. And they're going to, you know, if they apologize, I'll be shocked. But it'll be some type of roundabout way where they beat around the bush and they don't really tell you that they, you know, they apologize, or they'll try to make it, you know, make excuses like, oh, I only did that because this and this and that, or whatever. It won't be a formal apology, what it is that you're expecting, like the way a normal person would really apologize to you. Okay, all right, hold on, these cards are flying everywhere. So we got the Ace of Wands here, the Passion Stick. So this is what your person wants to give you, or wants to receive. If guys, make it fit, okay? Pun intended. So with the Ace of Wands, this is talking about, you know, a fresh, new, passionate start in love. You're getting the love you deserve. You're going to be giving the love that your person deserves to your soulmate. And it's going to be just a beautiful energy. Like I said, it's going to be a passionate connection. The two of you won't be able to keep your hands off of each other. Okay, and this is what's going to be happening with the twin. They're going to be sitting in this heartbreak, breakup, separation energy, crying over spilled milk, you know, wanting you back, wishing you back, trying to quote unquote manifest you back. Because like I told you, I feel like Spirit is not paying attention to any of their manifestation, you know, manifestations they're trying to put out into the universe. None of that. I feel like all of that's part of their karma, part of their punishment is the fact that they can't manifest like they want to manifest. Okay, so because this person was trying to get you to come back. For those of you who hadn't heard this, because I said this many times, your person was trying to bring you back without them having to do anything, you know. And I'm just like, lazy. How can you be so lazy? How can you do the things you do and just be damn lazy? Okay, but with this Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign is someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is the love offer that your soulmate is coming towards you with. Okay, it is slow, because it's the slowest night in the deck, but it is very stable, very grounded, you know, very committed. This is somebody who takes their time, okay, with everything, okay? Get your mind out the gutter. So they take their time, but it's because, you know, they do this with things that mean a lot to them. And you're one of the things that mean the most to him, or one of the people that means the most to this person. So they're taking their time with you. This is how they see you. Hold on. This is how they see you, the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, okay? You know, motherhood energy, fatherhood energy. They would like to start a family with you if you would be, you know, in agreement with that. And I feel like a lot of you are, if you're of childbearing age. If not, you're going to create other things with this Empress card. It could be businesses, okay? It could be, you know, for some of you, it could be both, children and businesses, okay? All right, hold on. Give me 1 second because I got to look at something. All right. Something fell. Oh, the clarification card fell down here. Hold on. Okay. Let's go back through it again. Ooh. So we got the Queen of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Six of Cups, and we also have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. Again, this is talking about this being a past life connection for both, you know, you and this new person, okay? Like I said, you know, let me say this, like I've said this before too, and people need to hear this. Even if it's somebody from this, like y'all say y'all don't want anybody old, but what I'm trying to get y'all to understand too is it doesn't have to be somebody that you were romantically involved with. This could be, because it could have been somebody you went to school with. It could be somebody, you know, like I said, in the same friend group. It could be somebody that you work with, okay, that you've known before this time, and now all of a sudden the two of you get activated and you're coming together into a connection. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody, you know, if they were from this past life. I mean, from the past in this life. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that you know, you were in a relationship with romantically, okay? All right. Let's see. All right. Oh, hold on. Then we got the Hermit, Virgo energy, and the Queen of Wands, okay? So like I said, fire sign is someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So I feel like, you know, this person, you and this person are together, you make a beautiful couple, okay? And with the Hermit card, you know, I feel like one of you is older. There could be an age gap between the two of you, all right? And I just feel like this is the culmination of you doing what Spirit is you know, recommending that you do. That, you know, you heal yourself with this Hermit energy and focus on your goals, focus on spinning all those plates you're spinning, but keep everything balanced, like with the Temperance energy, because I can see Temperance in my head, and you're going to come out strong in all areas of your life, because Spirit is trying to get you to fix everything in your life, not just your romantic relationships, okay? Because once you start to heal yourself, you're going to heal the way you move in all your relationships, not just your romantic relationship, is what I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you, okay? All right. So let me see, is there anything else Spirit wants to tell you? No, wait, let me clarify. See if there any other clarification cards they want to come out. So we've got this one too. Okay, so we've got a man showing up here. If you're, you know, you're a male that likes women, make it fit. So it's a woman, okay? So it says, okay, a person you know, and is this coming out, this is like boyfriend, fiance energy, because you see it's boyfriend and fiance coming out here, or girlfriend and fiance. So this is your love interest, Spirit is saying, you know, that's showing up here. Then we've got hummingbird. So it's saying, you know, enjoy what is happening now. Even enjoy your separation, because see, a lot of us, we in a rush to get to the end, but it's about the journey too. I know you don't like to hear that, okay? But it's about the journey too, because you still living your life. No matter how long it takes you to get there, even if you get there tomorrow, the time that you have now is very important, because you are learning to love yourself, to cultivate a better personality, a better relationship with yourself. You are learning some of you could be cultivating a better personality, okay? You are doing things to become a better person, because that's what this life is about. It's about you ascending, becoming a better person, having better experiences, and bringing more light to this world. We talked about this. I talked about this with several different signs this past week, okay? So Spirit is telling you, enjoy what is happening, because your life is about to get very busy, okay? Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So Spirit is telling you with this hummingbird card to be present with what is everything that's happening, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it, okay? The beautiful, whatever, because one day you're going to look back on this, and I feel like a lot of you will wish you had been more present to what was going on, okay? Because this is like, it's like you standing on the precipice of your new life. Like you about to, a lot of y'all are standing on the edge. I see somebody standing on the edge of a cliff, and they are about to take a leap. They're about to jump, and across the way, across the precipice, I see your person standing on the edge as well. And it's like the two of you are about to count down, 3, 2, 1, and then you're both going to leap at the same time. So Spirit is having you prepare yourself for this, because it's a monumental change is what I'm hearing in my head. Your life will never be the same, twins, okay? This is not something to take lightly. That's why I hammer at y'all all the time and tell you to do your healing. Focus on yourself, love on yourself, because for a lot of you, these are going to be the last days you'll ever be single for the rest of your life. And I don't mean that, in a detrimental way or a negative way. I feel like it's a beautiful thing, but this is about you savoring every moment is what I feel like Spirit is saying, okay? Because it says sweet goodness. Spirit is telling you to lift yourself out of the negativity. Start to focus on this person, because this, what this person is doing? This person is manifesting you. They're manifesting you by thinking about you all the time. This is so funny. My birthday is October 28th, and that's the number on this card. That's so cute. But anyway, this person they know how to actively manifest. This person is an empath like you, and I feel like that's what they're doing. That's why they keep thinking about visualizing the two of you together, visualizing you married, visualizing you in a family together, having a family, what your kids will look like, how your kids will be, how your daily life will be, how it will feel to come home to you, the activities y'all will do, how your life is gonna come together, and how you're gonna be together with each other. And I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to do that as well, because when you do that, that's manifestation at its finest. And it's like you are setting the tone for what you both want. So it's like you're continuing to put out that order for what you want in your person, how you want your life to go, how you want everything to fall into place. So don't look at this time as, it's a negative thing. Look at it as a blessing. It's a huge and tremendous blessing. You know why? Even more so because a lot of people go through periods like this and they don't understand why the fuck they going through what they're going through. But y'all know, Spirit is telling you everything that's going to happen. You just don't know when it's going to happen. You just know it's coming. And the fact that I'm seeing people standing on a damn cliff, you standing on the cliff and your person standing on the cliff collective and about to jump, that's telling me right there that for some of you, within days or maybe within the next few weeks, this person is going to be in your life. And, you're going to look back on this reading and be like, yeah, when Leigh was telling me this shit, I was like, yeah, whatever. You ain't talking to me or whatever. But I'm telling you, for some of y'all, it's around the corner. For others of you, it's not that far away. So put the finishing touches on the whatever you got to do to heal yourself, the healing you're doing. Do what you need to do to prepare yourself for this, because this person, I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. Your life is never going to be the same, but it's a beautiful thing. But all change is stressful. It's stressful because you're not used to living like this. You're not used to having people around you like this, and it's going to end up being a beautiful thing. But at first, you're going to have to get used to the new flow of things, the new way things are going down. You got to learn a new person. This person has to learn you. You know, you're going to be a completely different person from the healing that you're doing and stuff like that. And then you've never been in this type of relationship. Your person has never been in this type of relationship. So the two of you got to get to come together and work it out and get it, you know, get it right. So I'm telling you all of this, saying all of this to say, cherish this time that you have, you know, that you have to yourself. Go out and live your life like me. I'm waiting on my person too, but I'm not stopping my life, you know, like I'm going right now, I'm going to Las Vegas for my birthday. So I'm saying all of this to say, don't stop living your life. I know you want to be with somebody. I know a lot of you are ready to settle down, be married, have families, so on and so forth. And you're ready to get serious, but you still have a life. You're still a person. You're still a human being. You're still an individual on the outside of this connection right now, because the two of you haven't come together yet. And so spend this time wisely. Like I said, healing yourself, living your life, and visualizing what you want your life to be like with your personal scripting, if you like to script, or if you somebody like that likes to talk about it. Hell, put the phone on, or turn your pad on and talk to yourself about, you know, how you want your life to be with your person. There's nothing wrong with that. All of that is manifestation. You don't have to, like, I'm trying to explain how to tell you how to explain it. You don't have to just, you know, shut your life down and just sit and wait and be miserable. That's not manifestation. That's keeping it away from you. If you want to bring it in, you want it to flow in, you got to be visualizing, you got to be talking about it, you got to be acting like you already have it. Okay? So I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Love y'all, twins. Bye.